Hello and welcome to a quick video of my journey to the Munich, and it's all basically started from this beautiful location, that is Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad. It's changed now as a Prayagraj now, basically a holy place of Sangam, and I was lucky to get my bachelor's from this location and spent a great, beautiful 4 years with an awesome friends, I would say, with awesome people, with awesome mindsets. Believe me or not, it was the best 4 years of your life. You always gonna miss these 4 years, and whatever place you are working, you are doing studies, whatsoever. Those 4 years is tremendous. You can never forget these things. We have spent a beautiful 4 years there. And recently I have implemented the Ruxat was there, and basically I belong from Mirzapur, and I did for 1 year. I just took job and in NIT, then I decided to jump into the higher studies. So I was about to leave, so I got admission in Technical University of Munich. Believe me or not, it's always very hard to say goodbye. Goodbye is a very tough, believe me. You can feel the pain, how it is when you're leaving your home, parents, on and off. Actually, my flight was on 19th of September, and my birthday was on 27th of September. So my sister and my mother, everyone there celebrated my birthday kind of before, as no one showed about. And we got to meet, even me neither. So we are kind of sort of celebrating our birthday, and was just trying to show happy, trying to spread smile. You can see on the station, we were on the Mirzapur station, railway station. I was going to the New Delhi just to catch my flight from Indira Gandhi International Airport. And I was going all alone there because it was a trouble. And just was trying to spread smile and just leave, but deep inside my bottom of my heart, I was knowing how I was feeling, this being there all alone in a train for 12 hours to Delhi, from Mirzapur to Delhi, and then I reached there to the Indira Gandhi International Airport, and I have to go leave my country. I met my friend there at the airport, and after that I was all alone, flying to the another country, leaving India, and it's never easy. You still have to for something, for your life, for your dreams. You have to. So I started it from here in a Delhi duty-free area. You'll get everything, even after duty free. It's so expensive. After the duty free area, you can just visit to the lounge or something. If you have a card, if you don't have, I would say just try to get a card and just take an advantage of the card by using the lounges and everything, and then later you can cancel that card. Why not? Okay, so I just have taken a card, SBI credit card. I think it was a SBI Prime card. They have just offered with a card and they can access I think one international lounge and 2 domestic lounge per quarter or something like that. So I just have been there in the Indira Gandhi International Airport, uses the lounge and eat in as much as I can. That's the best thing you can. You can eat as much as you want. So I have it, and then just boarded on the flight, which was the Saudi Arabia Airlines actually, from Munich actually, and it's flying from Delhi to Jeddah first, and then it's gonna go to Munich from Jeddah. See, there was firecrackers. They're also saying, "Go ahead, man, run away from here." They're happy. Come inside. I'm not happy at this time. Okay, but still, you have to. So, yeah, I have been in the flight in the Saudi Arabia Airlines, and it was okay for the whole journey from New Delhi to Jeddah. My earphones were not working, my screen was not working, so the experience was not that good. But yeah, it's okay. And I would always suggest you to take the flights which one is the cheaper one. And I looked for it, and the best option I found was this Saudi Arabia Airlines in terms of cheapness, in terms of luggage, because they were allowing 48 kg of luggage, which is actually a 24 kg of each baggage. You can take 2 baggages, and apart from that, you can have an additional 7 kg of backpacks, which you can take along with yourself, along with yourself to the seat, and then yes, there was no extra package allowance for laptop, but yeah, no one asked for that, so you may take risk, but it's up to you. I won't suggest to take risk. If they are allowing 7 kgs, just take 7 kgs. Or maybe plus minus 1 is okay, but not so much. And you can just take the meal, enjoy the meal. And talking about the meals you just need to be very careful that you should tell them that you need a vegetarian if you're a vegetarian. Even though they're gonna ask, yeah, you can tell them like this is the meal I found on the train, on the plane actually. Since it was the first time in a plane, so maybe my tongue slipped. And the washrooms after Saudi Arabia Airlines, it's like why the shuru hote khatam ho gaya. Just enter it, that's it. Just fit your body. If you're greater than 100 kg or something, maybe you have to make a bit of adjustment with the body because you have to fit yourself in the washroom. But yeah, you can fit. And you can just make up to mind for a person. You may enjoy, but there are two things kind of one excitement of going at a new place, and there's another thing which is sort of part, which is just overpassing or overturning your happiness part, because it's tough for kind of student who's leaving for masters or for the higher studies to the country, leaving the country. It's never easy. Can't say anything more about that. And after that, my layover was around 11 hours 30 minutes. And if your layover is greater than 12 hours, you have to take a transit visa, which you can get it there at the place, at the layover place. And in my case, it was not like that, because mine was under less than 12 hours, so I only have to change the port. I only have to be at the airport in the waiting area or somewhere, so I do not need to change for the check-in of my baggage again. My baggages were already transmitted from one flight to another flight. I only have to check in, check out inside the airport. And one of the worst thing of the Jeddah Airport is there is no free Wi-Fi, so you cannot use any free Wi-Fi there. But I have searched a lot and found a place that is Starbucks. You can just go there, Starbucks. There was a kind of password in the passport, passport and everything is mentioned there. I have shown in the screenshot in this video also, but maybe they change it. But believe me, just go there near Starbucks. You'll definitely get a free Wi-Fi. They're going to share it, whether you just take coffee from them or not. But they'll give you the password, so just you can use it and just talk to your family if they're worried about, because you do not have a roaming credit or something. And I also visited to the lounge in the Jeddah. The reason being, I have an SBI credit card, so why not just use it? So there was one international lounge access allowance for me, and I just have been there and just tried to have some food or something. That if you are a vegetarian, Jeddah Airport was good. Apart from the foods, I don't like the foods. There's nothing much options available for us, and overall the experience was okay. Again, I was about to go to the Munich and fetch there and see all the, let's say, facts, all the memories, all alone. When you're sitting in a flight, you'll feel it. But on this flight from Jeddah to Munich, I found one person. They were also traveling from the Mediterranean station, and they were just returning back to the Munich, and I was just asking to them about the flats and everything because just getting the flats and everything. How I got the flats there. I would just share it with the I will share later, but I asked them like how I can proceed. I'm just new. I'm just traveling from here to there since I don't have any friends or anyone there in Munich because I started everything all alone. I have no friends. I have no plans before that. Me along with my friends is going to stay there in Munich or here. There's nothing decided. I was just simply going there to stay in initial days and then search for the accommodation and then see what I can do ahead. So it was the case overall, and that couple which I met they explained me a bit about the shops and everything, and that this thing there are many Indian stores obviously there are, but again when it comes for the accommodation help, no one is able to help you. You only have to be very active on different applications. I can just show you later that how you can just make yourself or make your kind of application or the messages in such a way that you can get the text a bit easily, because I know it's pretty tough, but even though I think in around 30 days I found accommodation in Munich, and that's not only accommodation, that's actually an unlimited accommodation that I can stay there forever, and it's not sorry, you cannot say it's not expensive. It's expensive, but still in terms of the location and in terms of what I can say price hike there in Munich, it's a pretty good price. It's around 4 something. It's less than 500, and there are many student homes also which is around 400, so it's pretty good deal. So you can have that also. And while I was flight, I had taken beautiful looks. I reached there in the Munich Airport. This is the Munich Airport actually. I landed there, have been there, and I have been there for this thing actually. The Technical University of Munich, a beautiful university. You can have a look up on it. I'm going to study there for 2 years. I'm just studying it. I've been liking this place. I will definitely share my further experiences and everything in maybe the next video. So it's not the actually end of this series maybe, but I'll share it the next ones definitely. Till then, see you guys. Have a good day. Keep going for your life. All the best. Ciao, ciao.